Guys, it's Tyler here. Of course, I wanted to talk to some of you who maybe attended the training but needed a refresher already, or those of you who did not attend the First Impressions team training last week. I'll just go through quickly what we talked about. I attached the outline of what we talked about, the slides, and then also a little article that we read. So feel free to look through that if you are interested. But just wanted to cover a couple of things. We first of all talked a lot about kind of the why behind we are. The fact that we're hospitable and why we do the First Impressions team, that kind of thing. We're hospitable. We create a space for people to be welcomed in your home, in the church, in any place in our lives, because God's hospitable, right? God did it for us first. He loved us while we were still sinners. And so while we were outsiders, he made a way for us to become insiders. And so we as a team, we as believers in Jesus, we do the same thing for those on the outside. We don't know, where they're coming from, what's going on in their lives, but we want to create that space, create the place for them to come and understand what it means to be an insider, to understand the grace and salvation of Christ. So that's why we do what we do. And it's always good for us to be reminded of that, to bring ourselves back to that. Otherwise, we just kind of float. We just do it because we've always done it. But I want us to always remember it's because God loved us first that we get to love others. So thank you for doing that and continuing to love other people. So Outsiders to Insiders, once again, is our mission. And we break down to it. We talk about it often because we want to do whatever we can to bring those on the outside inside so that they can witness and experience Jesus and hopefully surrender their life, give their life to Christ. So why do we do, again, what we do? You all have gifts and talents that we get to use on a weekly basis. What an amazing way to serve God, to serve people, to serve just good news in general by using those gifts and talents. Again, so thank you for doing that. Every week we have guests. I want to make that very clear again. Just this year alone, we've had 30 individuals or families fill out connection cards. And I'd probably say there's double the amount of guests that have come that have not filled out connection cards. So we have new people here every single week. Just yesterday, I talked to 2 new people, and it's just so special. So we can never lose sight of the fact that there's brand new people in our midst each and every week. And then we also talked about at the training that we have all sorts of different people with different stories, different backgrounds, looking for different things here at Good News. So I just wanted to be reminded as well that we're not just dealing with random ideas of people. Like, we're dealing with real human beings with real desires to come to know Jesus, right? And we're all seeking Jesus together. And so we can't just say, well, one size fits approach or one size fits all. No, it's a different approach for each and every person. So we're all seeking Jesus together. We read an article called Friendly But Not Intentional. And it was convicting, I think, for all of us. Give it a read, please. It's probably a 3 or 4 or 5 minute read, but it will convict you as well. And we talked about how if we're going to be people that want to bring outsiders to the inside, we have to be intentional. We can't just be friendly, right? We can't just leave it at saying, well, I tried to be friendly this morning. No, we have to be intentional. And that's a challenge for each of us. It's a challenge for me just as much as it is for you. We talked about the teams, the serving roles, once again, so you can look at those if you need. One of the reminders that I wanted to make sure to highlight was the fact that we need to be comfortable being uncomfortable. And again, it's just as hard for me as it is for you guys to be uncomfortable, to get outside of myself, to talk to new people, to talk to people maybe you barely know, even if they've been around for a long time. It still is hard. So I just wanted to challenge you that should be the norm for us, that we are comfortable being uncomfortable and taking that step out on the waves in that way. And then a phrase that is going to help you over and over and over again is, in talking to someone that you don't know, just say, I'm not sure we've met before. My name is blank, right? We always get nervous about, well, what if they aren't new? What if they are new? We don't know. So if you use that phrase, I'm not sure we've met before, my name is blank, that will help you so much. Because even if you have met before, you can say, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I'm just so forgetful. It's hard to remember people. And everyone will be like, yeah, you're right. I totally understand. I'm not sure we've met before. My name is blank. Practice it in a mirror, do whatever you need to do. It's really helpful. Couple of new things. The Connection Hub is going to be moving from where it currently is into the Fellowship Hall area more. So that will require having someone there each and every week who is more trained, is able to work with new guests often. So I'll be looking for that a little bit more. We're going to be having new coffee pots that are going to take a lot less time to make. So I'll be having you guys having someone there doing coffee each service, because you're probably going to have to be making coffee as the service goes on. And then we're also going to have a coffee area way on the west side of the fellowship hall. There's going to be some nice tables, chairs, just a place for people to hang out. So that will be awesome as well. And then there's also a new First Impressions team leadership team. So a group of people that were willing to take that step forward to help lead alongside of me. Debbie Tellinghusen, Mac Rops, Steve Fisher, Amy Fisher, Thomas Noose, and Kim Evans. So those are people that you should get to know. They will be leading team huddles. They will be contacting you every few months just to see how you're doing. So you can bring to them ideas or even complaints, whatever it may be. They're going to be leading alongside of me. And then my last thought here is that we need to be thinking about others that are good to serve on the team. I'd love to find at least another 10 or so people to serve on the team by the end of 2023. That is a pretty lofty goal, but one I think we can definitely hit if we are intentional. So please think of some people in the church. Please reach out to some people. Tell me or anyone on the leadership team about anyone that might be good. So check out the slides, check out the handout, but those are some of the highlights from the training. It was a great time. I'm just excited to continue to serve alongside all of you. Please let me know how I can continue to help you, as I love serving and helping outsiders become insiders with you. So we'll talk soon, but until then, continue to serve and love those around you.